Today, we'll be talking about the top 10 stages in Smash Bros. For Wii U. No custom stages, and Battlefield and Final Destination will not be included on this list, as those would be obviously number 1, number 2. So make sure I don't be too generic. I'm gonna include those. I'm not gonna include those stages off the list. And DLC stages are allowed, and I don't have every DLC stage. It's basically just the retro stages. And number 10, let's begin. Number 10 is Temple. What, Temple's only at 10? The thing with Temple is Temple has already been in 2 games. Temple is basically the great original big stage that everybody likes. Like, a lot of stages tried to recapture Temple, and they couldn't really do it because Temple was the original great big stage. There's a decent balance of platforms and areas we could get up to like 200% and he still wouldn't die. There's no random spikes, random hazards, and random stuff that make the stage very hard to play on. Like Newport City, the reason why that stage is bad because the timeout and it's just too disorganized. Same thing with Palutena's Temple. It's just too disorganized. There's spikes that can kill you. And Great Cave Offensive, I explained why that stage is complete garbage. Temple is the best big stage in Smash history. It also is the best big stage in the Smash history. It's very fun to play on, and I hope they bring it back in the next Smash Bros. Number 9. Number 9 is Town City and Smashville. The reason why both of these stages are on the same boat is because both of these stages are practically the same stage. Instead, this stage just moves to a different part of the town. Smashville and Town City are very great stages for competitive play, and are very balanced stages. I can also lump in Battlefield too, but Battlefield is just the OG, basically competitive stage, balanced stage. And Smashville, the reason why it's on the list instead of Battlefield is because it has the Animal Crossing theme, and Town City too. Town City does have the unique thing where they just move to the town. That's why it's called the city part. That's why they go to city. That's why it's called Town City. And the Smashville. Both of the stages are great. And number 8. Number 8 is Wrecking Crew. Wrecking Crew is basically a stage based off a really old game that I haven't played. It's just the stage is very fun, especially if you want to tear down the building, which is basically the stage's main gimmick. But at least the gimmick is at least good, and it's not a really bad gimmick. The building falling down on you doesn't really hurt you or do much damage. So it's much easier to play on this stage than let's just say 75M and Mario Bros. And the Ice Climber stages. There's another retro stage that also would fit this bill, but it's a bit higher on the stage. Okay, I'm sorry, that was a game. I am very sorry for that music inconvenience. So I decided to turn down the volume because reasons. Let's get on to the next part. Okay, so number 7 is Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt's another game I haven't played yet. I never played because I never owned a NES. I never played the NES. I did play some NES games that were on the Virtual Console, of course, like the Mega Man games and Mario games. But Duck Hunt is a very unique stage. It's not a generic, oh, you have like 2 platform stage. It's basically, you have to try to hit the ducks. If you don't have items on, the ducks won't drop anything. And this is basically the game of Duck Hunt as a stage, which makes the stage a very cool stage. And the duck also laughs at you as well, which makes you just want to punch the Duck Hunt dog as well. Which everybody has been waiting to do that. And Smash 5 is, you can probably beat up the Duck Hunt dog as a playable character. So you can get revenge on all the times the Duck Hunt dog has laughed at you. And the stage, the fact that the Duck Hunt dog laughs at you makes that number 7. Number 6. Okay, so number 5 is one of the more unique stages, and that's Juggling Hijinks. First of all, I used to think the stage was, it was not that good, but once you play it more, you appreciate its uniqueness. This stage is at number 5 because of its unique gameplay. There are some stage hazards, and they even make you go on to the other side. You can basically stay on the other side, one side, but you're in like a very little area that you can't really, that's really hard to survive on. But there's a part where you have to actually go on the other side. So it isn't, oh, you can just stay on one side, everyone else can fight on the other side. It's cool that they actually make you fight on the other side. And make you want to fight on the other side. So this stage is good because they make you fight on 2 sides. And that is a very great and unique type of stage. Overall, Juggling Hijinks is a very great stage, and it's a very unique stage, and we need more of it. Number 4. Actually, it's number 9. No, not number 9, number 5. Number 5 is Halberd. It's good that they brought back this stage so Kirby doesn't have to be represented by that really awful stage called the Great Cave Offensive. This is a stage that was introduced in Brawl. It's honestly one of the best stages in Brawl. But the reason I decided to put it at 5 instead of like number 2 because so I could give the other stages a chance. Because you should really give the new stages a chance. Halberd is still a pretty good stage. And you basically fight on the one part where you fight Duan in the subspace emissary. And it even looks like when you're in the subspace emissary part where you're fighting the Duan, the double guy. And the Sip will actually try to attack you when you're fighting on the stage. So it's a very great stage. But there are other stages in Smash 4 that we need to talk about. But it's a very great stage. It's one of the best stages in Smash history. And it's great that they brought back this stage into Smash 4. And number 4. Number 4 is another stage that is a really great stage. Number 4 is Garden of Hope. Garden of Hope is a really great stage based off the Pikmin games. This implant was okay, but this stage is way better for obvious reasons. This stage is a way better stage than the other Pikmin stage. First of all, there's more interaction in this stage, and instead of a giant ball orb that can eat you, a crab will sometimes come through and attack you guys, and the Pikmin will actually rebuild the obstacles in the stage. So this is a very great stage that is honestly a very nice stage. It's Pikmin stage, and Pikmin is a pretty great game. So is this game, and the crab is basically the ball orb of this map. So there's 2 ways to stop the ball orb. You have to destroy the bridge, or you have to just jump over it, or go on the platforms. So next is number 3. Number 3 is Suzaku Castle. Suzaku Castle is a stage in both Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS game. They'll probably be in the 3DS list as well. Suzaku Stage Castle is a Street Fighter stage, and Street Fighter is a pretty okay game. But this stage is just really cool. It's very greatly designed. It's very unique. And is overall a pretty great stage. Number 2. Number 2 is Super Mario Maker. Super Mario Maker got its own stage in Smash Bros. The thing of Mario Maker is that the stage is always different every single time. So there's no real way to compliment stage design because it's just a kind of like WarioWare, where it's just a wacky stage that always is different every single time. And it's a very great stage that is very unique. Oh, there's some stages that will not include like Umbra Block Tower because I don't even have that stage. So, and all the stages that that you have to buy that I didn't buy yet. So those are stages that you can't buy, and Mario Maker is just a very great stage. It's just one of those unpredictable stages that you can just go back to every single time. And number one, and you have to go for some honorable mentions first. Okay, so honorable mentions of stages is Mario Circuit. It's a very great stage. Mario Circuit Brawl, very great returning stage. Luigi's Mansion is a very unique stage in Brawl that they brought back. Congo Jungle 64, very great stage. I want Jungle Japes as a stage, but we got Congo Jungle. Wizards of Eldin, very great stage. That was like it's basically just a bridge and you fly on it. Yoshi's Island, a classic melee stage. Lilac Cruise, a decent stage for Star Fox, still better than this garbage stage. Coliseum, on the Pokemon Stadium 2. And the Mevo stage. And then, no, not Galplane. Okay, we're not doing Galplane. That's like one of the worst stages. Number one is Boxing Ring. It's something that, Boxing Ring is basically the best new stage, and one of the best stages in Smash history. You basically fight on a boxing ring. What's not, and it actually, and the stage is actually like, you fight on a boxing ring. What's not to love about the stage? You fight on a literal boxing ring. And that's basically the best part of the stage. It's a simple boxing ring stage for Punch-Out, but it's just the fact that we get to fight on an actual boxing ring. So you can basically do WWE and Smash Brothers, basically. And the best part about the stage is you can make the lights go down. You can actually jump on the thing like that to get an extra jump. And use the things that try to make sure you don't get like a head injury or you get knocked out. And you can actually jump on it. And it's just one of those stages that it's just one of the best in the game because of how the stage is. So overall, the best is actually the simplest stage, and it's just one of the best stages to play on in Smash Brothers, and it's one of the most unique. So overall, that's the top 10 Smash Brothers games. So, in the Smash 4, for you, I'll do the 3DS one version soon. The 3DS has way less good stages than the Wii U stages, so expect to see a bunch of the older stages on the game. 3DS version. And basically that's it. Top 10 stages for Smash Bros. For Wii U.